Right, hello to all. It's the 4th of January 2026. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and I thought, wow, let's get stuck in. Let's channel my creative efforts and show you the movies that I bought over the last few weeks. Pretty much, this is where I want to go with my channel if I can, time permitting, energy levels permitting, and but it's all down to me. Anyway, so it's I either want to do it or I don't want to do it. Anyway, I've always been a fan of the label Scream Factory, Shout Factory, and if it wasn't for my wife buying me a multi-region Blu-ray player, DVD player, I probably would never have been able to get any of these films. Obviously, and also one of the other reasons is their prices are quite extortionate, especially if you buy via eBay, which I do quite a lot, or I used to do Amazon. Stop that. The waiting times kill me. I'm impatient at the best of times. I think I'm doomed to disappointment, so my wife often tells me, because I want things now. Anyway, so over the last few weeks, months, I've accrued a few decent Scream Factory, Script Factory titles. Some of the double discers, the Blu-rays, and the DVDs, which I didn't realize they did, because when I saw the like double editions, double headers, I thought, ooh, is it? I just thought it meant double Blu-ray, but no, it didn't. So I'm going to show you a few that I've picked up over the last few months and weeks even. One of my all-time favourites, I was a big fan of the Empire Pictures years. I was one of the Empire kids. Full Moon, I don't mind. Early Full Moon, fantastic. Latterly, you can keep it. Ginger Dead Man and all that, it's just not for me. I'm not the audience for that. But I'll always be the Empire kids. And through my Vestron Movies Appreciation Society page over on Facebook, I've tried to illustrate my love of Charles Band movies and other movies within Vestron, and every so often I dip out of that. It's not the best title for a page, but I've had it for about 11, 12, maybe 14 years now, and it's served me well. It's good fun. I don't do it for money, I do it for fun. But anyway, I digress as I usually do. One of the best titles ever, the two best movies they ever produced, Cellar Dweller, and if the glare on the light will tone down, Cellar Dweller and Catacombs. That Cellar Dweller poster is not very good, but that's just me. I think I love both for different reasons. Cellar Dweller was directed by John Buechler, or John Carl Buechler. The script was by Kit Dubois, aka Don Mancini. As to why he wrote it under that, I'd love to know. He was probably under contract to MGM with the Child's Play movies, but he should have taken the credit because it was a very good film. Vince Edwards, Jeffrey Combs, yeah, love it. 1987, this one's not rated 78 minutes, so this is a new HD transfer. Yeah, love it to bits. Catacombs, it's a very adult movie for Empire Pictures at the time to be making. Yes, there are fantasy elements in it, but at its heart, it's a character study. Timothy Van Patten plays Father John, who's at odds with his faith. He moves to this monastery. All the seasoned monks are there. Vernon Dobchev. Would you perhaps have to have any of that American gum? One of his lines. She knows things before they happen. She says someone's going to die today. Very good cast. Ian Abercrombie's in it. It's got a commentary by David Schmoller, which is great. I love it to bits. 1988, I think just as Empire Pictures were pretty much down the toilet, this is one of the last films they made. And from memory, if I've got this right, one of the writers, R. Barker Price, was C. Courtney Joyner. Well worth it. If you haven't got it in your collection, get it in your collection. What are you waiting for? Right, another one. This has been long in the making. I don't mind telling you, trying to get my hands on this double header of Terrorvision and The Video Dead. Video Dead, I could take a leave, to be honest. It's not my kind of movie. I've tried. It just goes on and on and on. Although power to them, because it turns out they made it weekend after weekend. It was a labour of love. It's got an audio commentary on it, which is going to be worth listening to. Terrorvision also has an audio commentary with Ted Nicolao and Dan Franklin and John Grease, who was in Monster Squad. Wolfman's Got Nards. That I love that film to bits, but it's good to have The Video Dead because and this one actually, The Video Dead's actually on DVD. Terrorvision's on Blu-ray, but as an audio commentary with the writer, producer, director Robert Scott and the editor Bob Sarles. I've got that name right. And special effects creator Dale Hall Jr. Oh, also audio commentary with stars Roxana Augustin and Rocky Duvall. Yeah, it's what it is, but I'm glad I've got it. What's the other one? I just watched this the other night. Is it what it used to be? Not really. Final Terror. It's the Blu-ray and the DVD. Great cast. Who, back then didn't even think about it. Adrian Smith, Daryl Hannah, Rachel Ward, Lewis Smith. Who else was in it? Joe Pantoliano. The ending I remembered wasn't the ending that I saw in this. I thought, oh god, did I even watch this film when I first watched it? But there we go. I've got it. Will I keep up? Not sure. Suspenseful? Not really. Can anyone survive? Will you, the viewer, survive? That's the question. That is the question. To be or not to be. Right, I got this one in Book Off in New York back in November. Scanners 2, Scanners 3 on the Scream Strip Factory label. A very reasonably priced, considering some of the prices they were charging were ridiculous. I nearly bought a copy of Deep Star 6, but they were asking $30 for it. I was like, Jesus, do you have to ask so much money? But they can. But then again, I must say their disc quality, consider it's Book Off, and I think it's maybe second and pre-owned, very good quality. Of these two, Scanners 2 is very, very slow. Christian Duguay, who had a very good career, short-lived though, in the director's chair, did Livewire with Pierce Brosnan. He did Screamers, which was a great film with Peter Weller, but he seems to have segued into some other aspect of filmmaking. Second unit, first unit, I think. Scanners 3 is just, it's off his head. Written by B.J. Nelson. It is wacky. It's just, I'll give it to you. I mean, it's very inventive in some of the Scanners activity. Within seconds, the fear, the panic, the agony. Yeah, Scanners against Scanners. The battle for total control has begun. It's not totally successful, but it was okay. I mean, it will test your endurance because it's so frenetic, but I'm going to put that down to the director's exuberance. Obviously, based on the Scanners 2, you had to up the ante. And he did. That's not what I watch too often. Right, here's one for you. Love at First Sight and... Sorry, Last Sight. Love at First Bite. Get the dentures in. And Once Bitten. Once Bitten really doesn't stand up very well. It's not very funny. Back in the day, I thought it was cute. It was okay. There might have been a few laughs in it, Jim Carrey and all that, Lauren Hutton. But some of the humour just hits the wall and slides right down it. Love at First Sight. God, I did it again. Love at First Bite. Classic. George Hamilton in his element. Really good fun. Really good fun. Richard Benjamin, Susan St. James, Artie Johnson. Yeah. Really good film. Sink your teeth into a pair of fantastic vampire comedies. Available for the first time on Blu-ray. Very pleased I've got it. Yes, it's still sealed. Scanners 2 and 3 are still sealed. This is what I do. I stockpile. And when I eventually get there, I get there. Right. What else did I buy recently? I got a thing called the 7-Ups. This was the Signal 1 sale they had. Signal 1 Entertainment. They never seem to release anything else. It seems it's the same sale every year. Or every day of the year. But every year I always go back in because the prices drop. And I like that. What else we got? Black Widow. Bob Rafelson directed it. Deborah Winger. Teresa Russell. Dennis Hopper's in it. Never actually saw that. Originally when I saw it, came out on the CBS Fox home video label, but I didn't bother renting it. I watched the trailer. I think at that time when I was young, I thought that was enough for me. What else we got? Kiss of Death. If I'm right, I might be right, could be wrong. This was remade as a Nicolas Cage, David Caruso movie a couple of years ago. Actually, it was at the 90s. I saw it on the screen, on the big screen back in the day. It was okay, so I thought let's check out the original. This one's got Richard Widmark in it. Yep. What else we got? The Mephisto Waltz. I was trying to explain this storyline to the wife. I think I explained it very badly, but it's a cult classic in its own right. All I remember essentially is the dog with the face on it. That's what I remember. So I really need to check in with it again. Right, here's the thing. If a movie's worth having, sometimes I end up buying 2 copies. In this case, Eye of the Tiger, Gary Busey, William Smith. Love it to bits. Scioli production, Eye of the Tiger's on the soundtrack. Yep, if I got one, I had to have 2. Yeah. I never had it on the Medusa home video label back in the day, and I regret that, but through the joys of Blu-ray, I wasn't going to miss out. What else we got? Right, Beast of War. The Beast of War. Highly recommended. What's the director's name? Kia Roach Turner. Actually, a very, very good film. Very, very good. Practical effects with a great white shark. And very well acted, I cannot tell you. very well, very, yeah, have a look for this. Because there was one that came out earlier, which was rubbish. They were searching for stolen loot at the bottom of the ocean, but a bull shark was guarding it, if you will. I can't remember the title. That just says it all. But the Beast of War on the signature label, yep, it's got everything you want in a short movie. Very good, very good. And it doesn't go straight in. It goes to the boot camp, and then we get plunged right into it. What else have I got? In descending order, I bought X. I was fighting this. I really was fighting this. I mean, it's okay, you know. Liked it. Ty West, his trilogy. What else we got? I'll show you the other two in a minute. Sisu, first one's great. Watched the sequel recently. I think the less is more should have been applied to that, because the I didn't mind the action, but the hand-to-hand combat. I know he's getting older in it, but in the first one he was more hands-on, and having Stephen Lang in it, just he shouldn't have been in it. Richard Brake, he's another one that shouldn't have been in it. I think ever since Richard Brake hooked up with Rob Zombie, his career was made. So he's a decent enough actor, but shouldn't have been in it. Stephen Lang shouldn't have been in it, but that's just my own opinion. But Sisu, the first one, stick to that. Tell him I'm coming. Tell him I'm coming. Yeah, I watched the trailer for this back along, and obviously now that Terrence Stamp is no longer with us, it's never been in the collection, so that now is the time it should be in there. What else have I got? Yeah, oh, here we go. Right. Maxine, this was the last one they did. Actually, I saw this on the big screen. The first two, they never actually showed it at my local cinema, but I thought I'll go in, have a look at it. It was fine. It was fine for what it is. Mia Goth is a bit of a tour de force in all three of them. And there was Pearl. Actually, of the three, this is the best one, only for the fact that that full fake screen that she does at the end when she smiles, and the tears are running down her cheeks. I love that. I thought it was quite smart. When Ty West's Innkeepers is one of my favourites. But that was okay. Yeah, oh, here we go. Now, I've already had the region 1 of this, but when I found out the Warner Archive had released this in the UK on Blu-ray, I thought I'm going to have it. Didn't tell the wife. Couldn't bring myself to do it. But obviously, I'm keeping both anyway, because it's a monumental piece of filmmaking. When I was a teenager, early teenager, I watched it. Did I understand much of it? No, did I hell? But as times marched on, certain themes, the loss of your mother, it all the dots connect, and Robin Williams is just perfect in it, and Glenn Close is the mother, absolutely stunning. When I get older, lose my hair, I'll tell you. And the ending never fails to bring a tear, because obviously when he's ascending the heavens in the helicopter, we'll say no more. And obviously when he gets the phone call telling him about his mother, that was another one. Anyway, right, here we go. Mercenary Fighters. Let's get back on track. Never seen it, but I'm a big fan of Red Brown. And I bought this off a eBay seller. I think his handle on eBay is called Candy Ass. I keep buying because he puts films on his page that I've never seen, and I pay a pretty penny, but I don't mind. This is on the Code Red label with Kino Lorber. It's a Canon production. I forgot about that. Let's have a look. What else we got? The final one. Oh, God help me. Why did I do this? Why did it? The Terrifier trilogy. First one was it set around Halloween? Because you wouldn't have guessed. Part 2, I think the editor, aka the director, fell asleep at the wheel because the film went on way too long. Great special effects, though, practical. Part 3, I actually saw it at the cinema, and I was very pleased I did so. And it was okay, but you know me and Jesus, you know, money runs through my hands like water. I thought, why not? He's going to make one more. They'll end up bringing out a 4-pack. And please, dear God, stop making them after this, because he's sucked it dry. All Hallows Eve and all that. But I'll admit they did get better after the first one, and that's pretty much it so far for the moment. There are more to come, so watch this space.